Hello, everybody, and welcome to the DisClaymer podcast. My name is Clay. If you're new, make sure you drop a sub, and everybody, whether you're new or old, drop a like on this video. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. I know I'm feeling a little lethargic today. I don't know why. Feeling a little bit slow, right? Maybe it's just because it's becoming winter or something. I mean, I did just have two thick with two C's, thick peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm just feeling like maybe I'm doing too much yoga. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit lethargic. But today, I don't know why I thought about this. Well, actually, I do. I know exactly why I thought about this. But today we're gonna kind of talk about college. And this is kind of I don't know how many people even care about this, how many people would watch this, but I just have some advice for people going into college, for my generation, in terms of trying to decide on like what they want to do with the rest of what they want to do with the rest of their life. You know, what do you like trying to decide? What am I gonna be? What's gonna be my career? What am I gonna do till I die? Right? Because I'm in that same boat right now, sort of. And I'll start off by giving you guys kind of like a background. If you're new, if you don't really know me, I'll give you a background of like the last 3 years of what I've done, you know. So out of high school, I went to a community college for a few years, got us an associate's degree in associates in science, and I was planning on majoring in biology. But really, what I did is I pretty much just got all my gen eds out of the way. Just good piece of advice, go to community college, way cheaper, get your gen eds out of the way, all right? So even though I said I was majoring in biology and I got an associate in science, really, I just got all my gen eds out of the way, and now I can still do whatever I want to. So if I go back to school and I want to pursue a bachelor's degree, I can pursue a bachelor's degree in anything. It won't take me any extra time, because I just got my gen eds out of the way. The only classes I'd have to take to get my bachelor's degree are like the classes dedicated to whatever I'm majoring in. You know, so if I wanted to go into accounting, all I got to do is take accounting classes, and then I get a bachelor's degree. Because generally, if you could try to go to a 4-year school right off the bat, coming in as a freshman, you're going to start off the first 2 years of taking gen eds, then you're going to transition into the course material that's dedicated to your major. But I just recommend going to community college. Anyway, so I was planning on majoring in biology, got an associate in science, but I realized it just wasn't my thing. I struggled with the classes, and I just wasn't as passionate about science as I thought I was. So basically, really what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to decide what I want to do in the future, and trying to think about what I'm passionate about. And right now, I know I'm gonna have to go back to school. I'm gonna have to go back to school to get a bachelor. Well, I thought I was gonna have to, but I'm trying something right now a little bit different. But essentially, about a few months ago, I was trying to think, what do I want to go back to school for? I was gonna go back to school this semester to study accounting, but then I was like, that seems irrational, just to off on a whim, like, because I just like, you know what, I should go back to school. I need to go back to school. And then I was like, it'd be just ridiculous just to go out on a whim and just start studying accounting just like that without really thinking about stuff. So I broke it down into three. I had three options of what I wanted to do in terms of going back to school. The first one was I wanted to study accounting, obviously. The second, because I'm accounting because a lot of my family does accounting or does, financial stuff. So I would have connections in that. Plus, it's in my blood. Accounting is in my blood. My dad was an accountant too. So there was that. There was also a business major. My brother's in business, and I know a few people who are in business right now. So I also have connections in that. And then another thing was computer science. And right now I'm pursuing computer science, but I'm just pursuing it in a little bit of a different manner. So basically what I thought was my thinking is I'm going to teach myself how to do computer programming, and I'm going to try to teach myself a bunch of different programming languages on my own for a good 4 to 5 months, right? And then I'm going to work on a few projects to send out to employers on a resume and see if I can get a job like that. Because the reason why I thought about teaching myself, because I just realized that, so much is offered online. So many things are offered online. You can just learn about chemistry if you wanted to. You can learn about engineering if you wanted to. So many courses are offered on YouTube, on whatever. You can learn anything online pretty much. I taught myself how to play guitar on my own. I've taught myself so much about YouTube, so much about how to live stream, about cameras, that why can't I teach myself how to program? So basically, I'm a few weeks in right now. I'm studying programming, and I'm learning a few different languages. I have an avenue that I want to pursue in terms of what languages I'm going to learn in order. So right now I'm studying HTML and CSS, and then I'm also going to be learning JavaScript, and then I'm going to try to look into this. I don't know what it's called because I'm such a noob still. It's called not Angular. It's something like Angular. It's I think it's called. I forget what it's. I forget. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's called something. I'll think about it. Gosh, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me, dude, if I can't think about this right now. It's something. Okay, just forget about it. But I'm gonna be studying. I'm gonna be studying a bunch of different languages, and then hopefully send out a project to employers and projects to employers in my resume, and see if I can get a job by April. If I can't get a job by April, then I'm gonna go back to school next year and get a bachelor's degree in computer science, because all the jobs that I've looked at in software development and software engineering is they all require a bachelor's degree in computer science. But some people have said that you can get a job in software development or web development just by showing employers what you can do, showing employees what you're capable of. So that's why I thought, hey, maybe I'll just make I'll learn different languages, and then make some projects for employers and just see where I can get myself. See if I can find a job somewhere. And I'm also trying to teach myself Spanish too. That's another thing that's actually I'm getting a little bit better at Spanish now. I'm starting to gain some literacy. Is that the word? I don't know, but I'm starting to get it. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. And the reason why I kind of chose computer science is because it's kind of interesting, but also the job outlook for it is insanely crazy. There's so much demand for software development and computer programmers. So I took those two things into consideration, that it's kind of interesting, and I've always wanted to be able to work with computers and learn how to learn how to hack somebody's internet. That's kind of cool to think about. I remember one time somebody not hacked my internet, but they shut down my internet by sending, I forget what it was. They sent a bunch of what's the term, DDoS packets or whatever. I don't know. My friend explained it to me because he knew something about it. It was a long time ago though, but I was like, wow, that's actually kind of cool that you can just do that, bro. I'm pretty certain it's illegal, but you can just do that. So it's kind of interesting. But also the career outlook for it is insanely lucrative. So yeah, those are just a couple things I considered, and plus I can just teach myself. I'm pretty self-motivated with it. If I stick to it and keep studying it, I can get the hang of it. It's just like I got the hang of guitar. I taught myself guitar 4 years ago, and now I just kept practicing it, and now it's I can do whatever I want to with the guitar. And I think the same thing is going to be with programming. If I just keep practicing programming and trying to teach myself, I think that I can pretty much do. In a few years, I'll be completely literate in a few programming languages, and I'll be able to do whatever I want to do with it. So yeah. So basically, what then I started thinking about our generation, and just some advice for people who are trying to decide what they want to do with their life, people who are trying to think about what they want to do in college, what they want to do, what do they want to major in, And if you're young, if you're in high school and you're like struggling to figure out what you want to do, it's okay. I'm 22 years old and I still don't even know what I want to do. Well, I still didn't know what I want to do. Now I kind of started to figure out what I want to do. But for a while, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Right? And so many people, this is where this is kind of going to start what I want to. This is where it's going to start where I want to discuss. This is where, what am I trying to say? This is where the topic of discussion kind of begins right here. This is what I was thinking about this morning. People always told me to go after what I'm passionate about. Do what you're passionate about. And I can just honestly say that is horrible advice. Okay? Don't listen to those people. They're completely, they're ignorant. That's an ignorant thing to say. You know, so for example, I'm passionate about YouTube, right? I'm passionate about YouTube. I'm passionate about podcasting. That does not mean though that it'd be absolutely ridiculously dumb for me to just only do this, only do podcasting, only do this, only do what I'm doing right now, and that's it, and be making like no money whatsoever, or going like on my main YouTube channel. I used to live stream and I used to post a lot of videos and stuff. Only do that and just be making zero money, and you know, of course I'd be happy. I love doing that. I love making videos and everything, and I love doing podcasting. That's why I'm doing it right now. I love doing this. But you know, it's not very lucrative. It's not very, of course, if I can make money off of if I can make money off of podcasting someday and do it full time, I'll absolutely. Okay, it's a great idea. But like, so for me, entertainment, YouTube or Twitch or whatever it might be, it's really based off of luck. You know, it's not so much, of course you need to work on your videos and try to make your videos better, but at the end of the day, it's really just about luck. Consistency and luck. Consistency in that you got to routinely post videos. So right now I'm doing like a podcast daily. And you also just kind of got to hope that one of your videos, the algorithm picks it up and you're good to go. Right? And then people start clicking on your video. Hopefully people click on your video and then your video goes viral. Or mini viral or whatever it may be. So, sorry to get a drink of water. So, it's really not smart to be trying to do this full time. I think if I did this for 8 years, did a podcast daily for 8 years, I mean, I'd hope that I eventually get lucky and find some success. But it's just not a very safe choice, and it's just something that I don't want to rely on luck for success. Does that make sense? It's just so risky to just fully pursue YouTube, right? And that's what I've been doing for like a year, literally a year. I've just been just only doing YouTube, really, just pretty much doing YouTube. And it was such an up and down. It's so up and down with it, and it's very stressful. And there's not really like, you don't know the future's you're so blind to the future. You really don't know what's gonna happen. You could be an absolute failure, or you could be a blow up and be super successful. It's all up in the air. And you know, I would hope that if I did YouTube for like 8 years, I'd eventually blow up and become quote unquote famous, I guess, and be able to make money off of it. But I don't want to rely on luck for that. I also don't want to be 30 years old and living with my parents. I was just thinking, I don't want to get too risky here. I need to work on something. I need to put YouTube to the side, work on YouTube on the side, and start focusing on something that's going to be like much more assuring, much more concrete, much more what's the word, like something that's just safer, okay? And that's, so I can't really pursue what I'm passionate. I can kind of pursue what I'm passionate about, but it's just not right. I just don't want to rely on luck. And guess what? The only reason I'm able to do this, to be able to do podcasting and then studying programming on my time, is because obviously I'm living with my parents. I mean, look at this. Look at my surroundings right now. Huh? Look at my surroundings. There's a fridge right here. There's a treadmill. Okay. The only reason that I can do all this stuff is because I'm living with my parents. Otherwise, if I was living on my own in an apartment, obviously, I mean, I could do that. I could get a job, go find a job, and be working full time somewhere. Making, I don't know what I would be. I don't know what job I would get, but I could do that. But that would take away so much of my time. That would take away so much, and that would take away so much of my energy, so much of my time, that I wouldn't even be motivated to go study programming. I wouldn't be motivated to be doing a podcast every single day. I want to eat and sleep. I'd work, eat, and sleep. That's pretty much all I'd want to do. The only way I can do this, what I'm doing right now, is because I'm living here with my parents. That's it. But I don't want to live here for forever. So some people can't even pursue their own ambitions because they also have to, do all this. They have to work on the side. They're going to college, whatever. You got life also. There's people have different lives and everything. So there's also those factors that go into it. But people always told me, pursue what you're passionate. What are you passionate about? Pursue what you're passionate about. And here's the deal. Some people, very few, but some people are actually passionate about like something like chemistry. Some people are actually passionate about chemistry, and that's great. They know what they want to do. Go to school, go to college, get a degree in chemistry, and just be a chemist, right? It's easy as that for them because they're passionate about it. But if most people like me, most people in my boat, where it's like there's not one specific topic you're passionate about, like who's passionate about accounting? Really? Who's truly who's passionate about business? Maybe a very few, but it's just like with everything that you look at, there's pros and cons to it, positives and negatives. Like, accounting, I thought accounting I'm decent with numbers, but it's a lot of sitting down, it's a lot of boring work, just doing a bunch of computations, adding up a bunch of stuff. And then there's also, like with accounting, there's tax season too. So you got to work extra hours all the time. You got to work a lot of overtime during tax season. With business, it can get pretty busy sometimes. It's just business kind of up and down in terms of, like with my brother, like sometimes it just gets like, there's certain seasons where it just gets busy. It depends on what's going on with the company. So other times pretty lax, and also just kind of depends on what your job is in business. But there's just always pros and cons to everything. And, you're not going to be passionate. You're not going to be completely passionate about something. Like, it's not your true passion, right? And you got to find a balance in that between what, so for example, I'm passionate. When I was at the community college and I took classes, I was passionate about. I love my philosophy classes, right? I loved my philosophy classes. Those were great classes. The teacher was great, fantastic. But a philosophy degree is almost useless unless you want to be a teacher or a professor or something. A philosophy degree is near useless. Like my professor, he said that it was like. So when he applied to the college to be for the position of being a professor in philosophy or whatever, professor in religions, whatever he was, it was him versus like over like 100 and some candidates, and he was the one who was chosen. There was so many people who applied for that job because there's so little demand for philosophy professors or people with a degree in philosophy. Why is my nose so itchy? My gosh. I think I did some drugs or something like that, guys. But anyways, forget ADD. But there's just not a lot of demand for a philosophy degree. So you got to think about that. You got to think about, is there demand for my degree? So for engineering, there's almost always going to be a demand for engineers. And right now it's booming. And like if you get a degree in engineering, any kind of engineering, you're pretty much automatically going to get a job. Okay, that's just facts. You're just going to get a job pretty much. But you also have to make sure that you're passionate about it. Like you have some interest in it, Don't just go in it for the money and for the opportunity. You got to make sure you're somewhat passionate about it. There's all kinds of different careers that are very lucrative, that have a lot of opportunity, but you just got to figure out which one you're most passionate about, right? So, and like some people, but you also have to be, I can't freaking talk. You also have to be realistic about it. So if you want to get a major in art, is that really a good idea? I mean, if you're passionate about art, that's great. You can make art. I don't even know what an art degree would. Is it? Are you just learning how to? Did you just learn how to make better art? I don't know. But you have to ask yourself: what's the job outlook for that? How am I going to have a career in this? Am I going to be able to make a career out of this? You got to consider that stuff. So you really got to find a balance between passion and lucrative degree, I guess, or a good degree. So for me, that's why I kind of chose computer science, because computer science is booming right now, and software development is in high demand. So you can make tons of money off of it if you're good at it. But it's dude, I keep itching my nose. But it's also something I'm kind of interested in. I'm kind of passionate about. So, that's kind of what I'm pursuing right now. That's kind of what I'm going into right now. Make sure you think about it long and hard, and make sure that you're, don't just jump into, especially so if you're listening to this and you're in high school, it's okay. I didn't even know what I was doing. Didn't know what I wanted to do until this summer, pretty much. Right. And I'm 22 years old. So don't rush into something. Don't rush into something just for money, or don't rush into something. Don't rush to decide. You don't have to decide what you want to do yet. You're very young, right? And if you're my age and you still don't know what to do, it's okay. Because I literally just found out what I wanted to do, or found out what I can do. I know what the path is, the career path is, what's necessary for me to, get to where I want to be in computer science. It's okay though. That's all right. And now some of you guys maybe don't have as much time as I do to be studying on your own and to be, doing what I'm doing. And you don't have, because you have to work or something. You have all these other personal. You maybe have a busy personal life too, and that's also okay. But hey, we're gonna figure it out. Just understand that you kind of got to find a balance. It's not necessarily as easy as follow what you're passionate about, because not every passion is lucrative. Not every passion is lucrative. So don't stress yourself out too much about it, okay? If you feel like a loser because you can't figure out what you want to do, it's okay, because guess what? I'm right there with you. I'm a loser, and there's a lot more people who are like us. We just haven't figured out what we want to do yet, but that's okay. And you know what? It's okay for me too, especially because I still look like I'm freaking, 17 years old. So I still look young. I feel like once I figure out what I want to do, and once I get a job and stuff like that, that's when I feel like I'm gonna start aging a lot faster now. I feel like I haven't changed in about 40. Ever since I graduated high school, I don't think I've changed a bit. Maybe a little more facial hair than usual than I used to have. But I don't think I've really changed all that much. In fact, I think my skin cleared up a little bit more than it was in high school. I think it's a little bit clearer than it was. So, but that's okay, you guys. It's okay. We're all in this together, just like High School Musical. And for some reason, dude, I don't know what the frick is the problem. My nose is so itchy. The heck, dude, what? This happens sometimes. This is like the 15th time this has happened this year. My nose gets super itchy, and I don't even know why. But I don't even know why. It's like, did I do drugs in my sleep or something? Was there some what's the Spanish? Whatever. Was there some sugar, in quotes, sugar? Did I snort some sugar today? I don't know, guys. But it's something that keeps itching. It's like an internal itch that I can't get rid of. My gosh. All right. Anyways, let's just dive into the news really quickly. I hope you guys listened to that. I hope you understood what I was saying there, because that might have been confusing to a lot of you guys. I apologize. If that really confused you. I'm not that. There's a reason why I'm not going to school to be a teacher, okay? Because I'm terrible at explaining things and I'm just bad at talking sometimes. So I apologize if you did not understand or if you didn't get anything out of that or if that was really stupid advice, you think. So I apologize to those. But you know what? Hey, I am who I am, and that's all I can be, all right? Think about that, dude. That's a good phrase. That's a good saying right there. I'm also out of water. I need more water. Who drank all the water, dude? Anyways, let's get into the news. All right, so today, Monday. Let's just see if there's any good news articles here. How much time do we have left? Like, I barely even have time. I don't even know if I should dive into the news because I barely even have time left. Let's just find one good story. Find one. Oh, it's sports. Great. Let's look at it. Let's just read the number one thing. This is the number one story so far today. UK leader says U.S. diplomat's wife should face justice for fatal crash. Oh, I think I saw something about this. A lady, she got into a car wreck and then she quickly exited. She quickly ran away from England. She quickly fled. She quickly fled England to avoid being arrested or something. Oh, okay, so this is what that American woman, a U.S. diplomat's wife, was allowed to leave Britain under diplomatic immunity. What does that even mean? So she couldn't get in trouble because she's related to a U.S. diplomat? Is that true? They're gonna arrest her, but then you know what, dude? Forget about it, bro. But I saw some. When did I see that? I saw that. I might have seen it on my YouTube feed. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. But that's sad. That's really sad, you know? That's really sad. Boy, I tell you what, Clay, that's a great input right there. I just say the stupidest things. That's a really good input, Clay. Oh, it's sad. A boy died. Oh, wow. Groundbreaking. Is there anything? Let's find one more. Jimmy Carter appears at charity event. Yo, Jimmy Carter? Oh, he looks awful. Oh my gosh. Yo, Jimmy Carter how old is Jimmy Carter? Dude. Oh, he's 95 years old. Yeah, he's on his last leg of life, basically. I wish I could show you guys a picture. Just Google Jimmy Carter today. He showed up to a charity event with a black eye and stitches. Yikes. Man, he looks... Yeah, he's really struggling. He's really struggling. All right. Anything else? Alex Trebek says his pancreatic cancer may mean the end of his time at Jeopardy. Yeah, that's also okay. That's another. Okay, let's just. Why there's so many morbid things in the news right now. Okay, there's so many freaking morbid things. We're just gonna stop it right there, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you guys heeded the advice. I hope you guys understood what I was saying. And I hope it was easy for you to understand. I'm going to go get some water. I gotta get to studying and learning. So, wish me luck. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, love, peace, chicken grease. I'll see you guys on the flippity floop. Have a good day.